Everyone thinks he has no magic, but in reality he possesses 2 types of magic and is the strongest. Hello and welcome back to AniCap Explained. Today we'll be recapping the anime Full-Time Magister. Let's begin! The story begins with a young brown-haired boy with deep lavender eyes exiting the school hall, annoyed by the exam. However, he isn't a bad student. Instead, the test is about magic which he could be stronger at. Meanwhile, some of the guys mock him and praise Mubai, a student from a privileged background, who, like everyone else in his family, is anticipated to inherit the ice magic. On the other hand, Mo Fan finds his father waiting for him outside the school gate. Mo's father feels he should become a cab driver like him since he is confident his test went poorly. However, recognizing his son's determination to become a magician, he assures him that he will find a way to get him into the school. Later, while walking with a friend, Mo notices his father pleading to a Mu family member to assist his son in joining the magic school. Because Mo's father insists on doing everything in exchange, the Mu family member demands his home, and he has no option but to comply. Watching this, Mo is disgusted by society. The powerful always ruled, and the poor have always been nothing more than a tool for the affluent. It is up to him how he utilizes his instrument even if it is unethical. Later at home, his father tells him that he knows the academy's director and that they would allow him to go. Hearing this, Mo brightens up and declares that he will become wealthy someday to aid his family, despite knowing his father had to pay to get him in. Later in his room, he recalls attempting to flee with Ningxue, the Mu family's heiress, but gets caught and his father Mo Xianqing being punished. On their first day of school the next day they undergo a magical awakening. In reality, different colors represent different types of magic, such as cyan for wind, white for ice, rainbow for light, and so on. Their magical awakenings are revealed once they begin to hold a magical crystal. Starting with Mubai's ice waking, at the very least Mo Fan's turn arrives. As he rests his palm on the crystal, he begins to encompass the cosmos, eventually reaching a point where the magic of his hue is purple. He is perplexed since he has no idea what purple represents. On the other hand, someone in the other class activates the thunder magic, and when everyone from his class heads, their purple lightning emerges from this other student's crystal. Because it is the rarest magic, Mo Fan's instructor feels that the student's teacher would be overjoyed that his student has awakened purple, not realizing that Mo Fan has done the same. Mo Fan is alone in his class when the crystal begins to glow purple but quickly changes to a deep orange tone, showing that he has 2 abilities, thunder and fire. His classmates burst in, taunting him for failing to activate his magical abilities despite his best efforts. However, when they examine his hands, they see the blazing orb. His instructor is thrilled to learn that his student has awakened fire-type magic and everyone surrounds him. As everyone congratulates him, he thinks about it and decides he will never disclose his thunder ability to the students because it is far too rare. 2 months later, they are in class and their teacher educates them about the stars. The stars around their badge light up in proportion to their power. The instructor requests that the gifted Mubai stand as a demonstration. As he focuses on his spell and releases it, 5 stars emerge on his badge. The whole classroom praises and congratulates him on this. Later, several students start criticizing Mo Fan for failing to earn enough magical stars on his badge. Afterward, while exercising his thunder magic, he hears a scream and discovers Xinxia, his disabled sister. He greets her and discovers that some thieves have stolen her wheelchair. When Mo Fan approaches them, they mock him for being as worthless as his sister. Enraged, Mo Fan prepares his thunder magic to 7 stars and zaps their leader. His minions implore him to spare them and allow them to leave. Later, Xinxia enters Mo's room, questioning whether he has joined any cult since he has just been a wizard for 6 months and has this much command over thunder magic. He leads her out of his room upon hearing something so ludicrous. They are presented to Tang Yu, their practical magic teacher, the next day. She commands all fire magicians to stand and unleashes a massive fire attack which she calls Fire Burst, a level 1 fire-type spell on a target. Mubai's uncle informs him that Mo Fan will be expelled since he has harmed their family's reputation, and will use the Dark Stone to drain his magical strength and fail him in the forthcoming test. On exam day following the director's speech, Ningxue is asked to demonstrate her ice power, which she does by breaking the orb. After that, the students are graded. Mubai's turn comes and he obtains an S since his magical force is too powerful. When it's Mo Fan's turn, one of the professors sets the Dark Stone beneath the magical orb to set him up for failure. However, Mo Fan gives it his all and breaks the Black Stone and earning him a B. Because they believe something is amiss, he tries again and obtains an S. However, Mo Fan insists on showing the magic release. For his magic release presentation he earns an A. Mo Fan scores the highest in his class. Impressed by his performance, Mu Zhuiyun, the Mu family leader, offers Mo Fan to join the Mu family. But Mo Fan rejects his proposal and asks him to apologize for insulting his father. The animosity between the two leads to a duel between Mo Fan and Mu's foster son Yuan in 2 years because they are not old enough to duel yet. The next semester starts with students receiving a magic relic star pendant that boosts their training. The top 4 students get to use it for 1 month time, but Mo Fan is punished by getting it for 10 days. At night, Miss Tang visits Mo Fan as his necklace engulfs the pendant. She explains that the necklace is a rare relic that eats other relics and spirits to boost its owner's stats. The next day, the students visit a military camp for training, but to their surprise, they are tasked with bounty hunting, and the prize is the leader Zhang Kong's armor. The 2 teams set off on their trip to the cave of the one-eyed demon wolf, led by Mo Fan and Mu Bai. Mo Fan notices that the pond's water level has been reduced by half despite the rain. Meanwhile, a wolf attacks Mu Bai's group. He confronts the wolf while Mo Fan rescues one of the students. The professors reveal that the wolf is Instructor Yang's pet, and he has instructed it not to harm any students. At the student's location, Mo Fan runs back into the cave to rescue the student. He performs a flame burst and the wolf jumps into the pond to put out the flames on its body. That is when the instructors detect a problem and rush to the training grounds. Before we continue, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel. Done? Well then let's continue. As the archwolf emerges from the water, Mo Fan and his friend lure it into the dungeon's depths. Meanwhile, the teacher arrives to check the wolf's whereabouts, to which the students respond that it pursued Mo. On the other hand, Xiao Ho and Mo Fan are fighting the wolf, and the former is injured. And since he has no choice, Mo Fan uses his thunder magic to immobilize the beast. After that, he uses fire magic to pierce the giant stalactite rock above him. The wolf is already dead when the chief teacher arrives. On their way back, the wolf's owner accuses the professors of killing it, but the chief teacher reveals that it is Mo Fan. This stuns everyone. Later, the students are evaluated and Mo Fan earns an S. That is when the chief suddenly gets word from his staff that the bone wolf monsters are causing havoc in his area. To boost his necklace, Mo Fan becomes a bounty hunter. At the Hunter's Hall, Mo Fan learns that the city hunters are recruiting, but the level of mages applying to join is too low, angering the gang's leader. Despite not being a certified hunter, Mo Fan, under the alias Fan Mo, impresses the captain with his rare thunder magic. The captain accepts him on the spot. As Fan Mo is introduced to the group, they are alerted by the presence of a monster at a school, which happens to be Mo Fan's sister's school, but she lets Mo Fan know that she is fine. Mo Fan joins the hunters on their mission and encounters the monster while searching for the school. Mo Fan fights the monster alone, but the rest of the gang soon joins him and knocks out the demon. The beast with its last spur of energy attacks Kai Tang, a Mu family member, but he saves her. This earns him the respect of the hunters and he becomes a full-time member. Meanwhile, Yuang continues his training at the Mu estate. The leader wants Yuang to celebrate his coming of age by winning the duel because the duel's winner gets a chance to use the sacred springs for a year. Xiao Ho advises Mo Fan in class that a student Zhou Min might be in love with him. Eventually, Zhou Min approaches Mo and requests that he meet her at a specific location. Later, she tells him that her grandmother saw a strange creature here and the two begin their investigation, eventually discovering the one-eyed wolf eating a corpse. The wolf spots them and begins pursuit. When help arrives, Mo rushes to put on the disguise since he will need to unleash his thunder magic to fight the wolf. Meanwhile, Kai Tang uses her magic to freeze the wolf, while Fan Mo utilizes thunder magic. However, the beast breaks free from the ice and evolves into a warrior-level monster. Fan's gang launches another strike to stop it from evolving. When his gang members start fleeing, the leader orders them to sacrifice their lives for the people's protection. As Mo exhausts himself, the renowned water wizard Zhuge emerges and saves him. He easily defeats the wolf and informs Mo that he is satisfied with his performance and believes he has the potential to become a great thunder wizard. The next day, Mo offers Xinxian money so she may go shopping. On the other hand, she claims that she has awoken healing magic and will be able to assist him with his work in the future. At the principal's office, Mo is informed that Mu Zhuang is throwing a party to celebrate Yuang's coming of age and that the two will fight there. The principal informs him that the winner will be able to bathe in the holy spring, which boosts one's power, and that only one person is allowed to enter once a year. Later, Ningxue catches up with Mo and advises him to depart the city since he will not show him compassion. To which Mo responds that he will exact his father's wrath. The following day, when he arrives at the estate for combat, his squad mates do not recognize him since he is not wearing a disguise. As the guest of honors takes their seats, Imo Fan and Yuang have a fiery handshake to kick off the duel. At the start both of them are equal, but Yuang has the upper hand with his magic boots. Yuang casts a level 3 ice spell which is countered by a level 3 fire spell from Imo Fan. Yuang, who should have been charred from the fire, reveals his magic armor. Jean asks Imo Fan to surrender because the armor is fire resistant. To restore his father's honor, Imo Fan finally reveals his thunder to everyone. Amidst the shock, he casts a level 3 thunder spell defeating Yuang. With applause and awe from the guest, Imo Fan stands smiling. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, please consider subscribing to AniCap Explained. And while you're at it, why not share it with your friends? See you at the next one.